Hi and welcome back to the YouTube channel of Aham Center for Therapy. As you can see, we have the newest addition, my sidekick for today's video, my son, and he is going to be hopefully sleeping peacefully throughout this video. And if you hear his grunts and his coos, I hope that you enjoy them. So today is going to be all about postpartum mental health. I am officially 1 month postpartum today, and I really want to keep today's video raw and honest in terms of everything that I felt and everything that I went through in the 1 month, and hopefully through that everyone who is watching this video can benefit. So I have really not prepared for this video at all. I wanted it to be authentic and raw. So let's see what are the topmost things that pop up to my mind when I think about how can a woman protect her mental health in the postpartum phase? Let's go. So what I want to do first is I want to talk a little bit about what postpartum exactly was like for me. I'm not saying that every woman will have the same experience, but hopefully knowing this gives you an understanding, an idea of what it can be. And also the difference between postpartum blues and postpartum depression. So that distinction is really truly very important, and I believe what I experienced was postpartum blues and not depression. We will be covering what PPD can look like in a completely different video. So coming to my experience, I can tell you the gist of it in this following scenario. Okay, I think 1 week after we came home from the hospital, there was a night or an evening where I was feeling very sad. I was feeling really teary, and I allowed myself to cry. I reached out to my husband and I told him that I'm not feeling so good, and I let myself cry it out for a bit. And then he was trying to ask me, what is it that you're feeling sad about? And a lot of thoughts kind of rambled and jumbled out of it. And then around 10 minutes down the line, this guy gave the beautiful and the most perfect smile that you could ever imagine on a baby. And the joy that I felt in that moment, the unabated happiness that I felt in that moment was also equally true and equally real. And that, my friends, is postpartum in a nutshell. You can have these big swings of emotions where both the emotions feel so true and so valid. And then you're left thinking that how can both of these coexist? How can I feel sad about letting go of my old life and yet feel so joyous and so much in love with this new person who I've barely met? So with that, now let's talk a little bit about what can be certain things that every woman can go through in the postpartum blues phase, right? So of course there is so much of changes in the body that are happening. You are still reeling from the effects of birth. Depending on how your birth was, it might be easier or harder for you to recover. So that will certainly play a huge role in your mental health postpartum. There will definitely be a sense of feeling out of control because you're just thrown in this world of sleep deprivation, changing diapers, figuring out feeding, figuring out breastfeeding for yourself. And if you, depending on the kind of support that you have, figuring out other tasks in the house. So you are definitely thrust in that world. So there will be the feeling of being out of control. There will also be a general lability of emotions. So in layman's terms, lability of emotions simply means that you are very easily able to switch between many emotions. And they all feel very true and very valid, just like I gave you my example. Postpartum blues can also have a lot of feelings of guilt, feeling that you're not doing enough, that you're already messing it all up, and that you're not being the best mother for your child. So it can be all of these, none of these, and something completely different. That is why I say that every woman's experience is different. Ever since he was born, I think I have experienced two ends of emotions very prominently, which I haven't before. So I have never experienced love, joy, and happiness to this level. At the same time, I have also not experienced the frustration and the anger which sometimes this entire postpartum period can bring up. So in a moment where I may not want to hold him close to me, where I might feel angry towards him, if I kind of beat myself up over it and say that I am not a good parent because I'm feeling like this about my child, or that I will never be a good parent because good parents don't feel like this, that will be me not being able to embrace complexity. So in every moment where I feel either joy or I feel really angry, one reminder which is constantly there at the back of my mind is that both of these feelings are okay, and neither of these feelings tell me anything about my capacity to be a parent to him in the future. So right now in this moment, what I need to do, am I able to do it? Maybe sometimes I will be doing it with a lot of joy, with a lot of love, and other times I might be doing it like a chore, that I have to get through this. Okay, fine, his diaper needs to be changed, I just have to change it, and that's it. So the grace that this gives yourself is exactly why I keep saying complexity is so important in the postpartum period. Because you can't feel maternal and joyful and have an amazing sense of purpose about parenting throughout your day. It's impossible. What matters is if you're able to just watch that feeling for a while, that okay, right now I'm feeling like this, tomorrow I may not be feeling that this way, and that's okay. So ask yourself, what could be two emotions, right? Two emotions that you think you might feel in the postpartum phase, or you have already felt it if you are in the postpartum phase right now. And what are the two pairs which seemingly feel very contrast to each other but can coexist? Take a minute and write it down. I think for me, the 2 or 3 most prominent emotions that I felt was a sense of suffocation because my entire routine went for a flip. I was not able to move out of the house too much because it was very cold where I was living. And of course, then figuring out the fact that someone is going to be on your body constantly and you're not used to that. So there was that feeling of suffocation. There was a feeling of pride in myself about having done this and feeling really amazing. Every time I remembered birth and that exact moment where I met him, when I closed my eyes and imagined that, there was that unbridled joy that I felt every single time. Then there was also a sense of anxiety about how we are going to manage parenting, not just right now, but in all the other situations. So if I let it, my mind would definitely go to scenarios which are not going to happen maybe 10 or 20 years in the future. They would still run in my mind. And then there was a sense of loss, a loss of independence, a sense of, oh, my life before, like, will I ever get that back? Will this phase ever get done? And will I ever find the time to do things that I want to do? So it was a mixture of all of these, but the emotion that perhaps superseded all of these emotions at the end of the day was simply the sense of companionship of doing something this amazing with my husband. So the love that we felt for each other and then for him was just next level. And then there was also little moments of joy. If I got a smile out of him, if I rocked him in a certain way and he fell asleep immediately, there was that moment of victory that I felt. So those moments were also definitely there. The last thing that I want to share in today's video is reach out to the people who you know love you, who want to support you. Even though it may feel like you're being ungrateful or that you need to be a lot more perfect in your journey of parenting, handling all the things at the same time, give yourself the grace. That is really the best thing that you can do for yourself and your baby. So use your spouse in moments of distress. Don't shy away from sharing things with them. Don't isolate and clam up on the emotions that you're feeling, but rather let them flow in front of your spouse. You reach out to your parents, reach out to your friends. And if you have a team of people who is there to support you, let them. I think asking and receiving help is one of the biggest supportive factors that a woman can have in the postpartum phase. And there is absolutely no medal and no award for doing it all alone and doing it all perfectly. So I hope that this video gave you some inkling of how you can manage the postpartum phase. As always, make sure to sit down with yourself and make a kind of a run through of what might be easy for me in postpartum phase and what might be harder for me in postpartum, so that you have a sense of control before you go into the process. And keep coming back to the channel. I hope this helped, and I will be seeing you for the next one, either with this sidekick or without him. But till then, stay healthy, take care, and a lot of love and wishes to your little one. See ya. Bye.